Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to today's video. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my go-to makeup routine, which my eyeshadow always changes because I'm always pulling out new palettes to use and always just testing out new stuff. So even when I'm not on camera, I'm always testing out new eyeshadows. And I'm so excited for the Danessa Myrix Lightwork 3 palette. I pre-ordered it. I haven't decided if I'm putting it in my personal or YouTube kit yet. Let me know what you guys think I should do. But anyways, this is just the routine I've been doing with this kind of makeup where I've been doing like, my, powder foundation, just stuff like that. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get into it. So I always use this. This is the Nivea Men Sensitive Cooling Shave Balm. This is just the best face primer that I have found for my skin. It lasts and it gives me the luminous look that I want. So I gave Jackson a sippy cup for the first time, and it's not working out very well for me. Please wait for me. I'm using my Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer in C0. I always use this to prime my eyes. And I'm super excited to be doing that Instagram series that I've been talking about, because I get to shine light on all the products that I use, and I'm using my Dominique Blend and Shade brush to blend that out. So I always use my Profusion Mattes palette. I'm just going to use Gentle today with that same Dominique brush to set my primer, well, to set that concealer, set my primer. But I always use this eyeshadow palette every single day. I use a different shade because this is just the perfect companion palette, and for the palette I'm using today, this is what is missing. So I'm going to be using this Maybelline City Mini palette in Electric NoHo, and then Shasha Denona Glam Face Dark palette. So trying to do something kind of like neutral-ish. So what I'm going to do is take my Dominique Crease Blur brush and take the transition shade in here, and then Shasha Denona one, and just kind of like lightly work that into the crease. Okay, so you can just see basically like what I've been doing is I've been like going back and forth with a little bit more color, light pressure. That is the method I tend to use with this palette. And I have found that the eyeshadows in it are a little patchy on me as well. I don't know if I got a dud palette or what, but this just isn't the Natasha Denona quality that I know and love. But I mean, it's like whatever. It's whatever. But anyways, I'm taking the gold from the Maybelline palette on my finger, of course, and I'm not wearing false lashes today because this is meant to be a like everyday kind of look for people. I mean, the eyeshadow for me obviously always changes. The face is what doesn't change though. So if you're curious, that is what I would say. Pay attention to it. Taking a little bit more transition, and I'm going to buff that back into the crease. Okay, so I am going to stick to a naturalish, like a natural kind of look. So we are going to go ahead and move on to the liquid products. So I'm testing out this It Cosmetics little like foundation card thingy. Anyways, I am testing out today the tan shade. So that's what I'm trying to get out. Okay, I got the tan shade out, and I'm excited to test this out. I think the oil-free one. It got shiny on me, though, at the end of the day. So I have dry skin. So I would hate to see what that would look like on anybody else. Okay, with it open, I'm going to take my Real Techniques sculpting brush and just take a very, very tiny little amount. Literally right where I am going to put my cream bronzer. Okay, after wiping off my brush, I'm just going to go in and I like to take the darker shades of those foundation samples whenever I decide to try out that foundation or concealer and use them as a bronzer slash cream contour, because it is really going to allow you to see the blend. Like, I can tell you, this has a decent blend. Whereas the oil-free one, I felt like I had to work fast with. But I always go over with my Maybelline Superstay multi-use foundation stick in Warm Sun. This is just literally what I use in place of that IT Cosmetics, is this. So I'm still going to be using my Real Techniques sculpting brush to blend that out. This is a very blendable foundation. Like, I really want to get my shade of it because it's so blendable. I mean, I feel like I had a very tiny amount of patching with that IT Cosmetics. So I'm really glad I went in with the Maybelline one because that seemed to have corrected it. Also, I'm going to use some cream blush from this palette. This does come with a cream blush, which you didn't know. I'm getting more into liquid products, which is why I've been using a cream blush whenever I pull this palette out, which has been a lot. So I'm going to take my Real Techniques 206 contour brush. And I'm just gonna go in there and sheer it out on my cheek. I plan to pick up some cream blush products in the next few months from Ulta and Sephora. I have my eyes currently on Rare Beauty's liquid blush, obviously. I also have my eye on R.E.M. Beauty's blush stick and Jaclyn Cosmetics blush stick. They just look so nice, and I'm excited to try it. But if you have any other suggestions, leave them down below because I've really been getting into cream products lately. Okay, next is liquid highlighter for me. I have been using the Revlon Color Stay Endless Glow in Opal. I like this because it doesn't disturb the makeup on that is underneath. But this just isn't a good kind of opal shade for me because it has purple in it. And it's not a bam, 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 bam highlight. It does blend out to a very natural kind of glow. Like, that's very natural to me. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this NYX Total Control Pro Illuminator in Cool. And I just take a little tiny bit. And what I do is I place some on my brow bone, usually to clean up a little bit of that cream bronzer that I put down, because I can go kind of crazy with it. So all I do is I just clean it up with my finger. I love that stuff. It's definitely multi-use. So I love it when a product is multi-use. I mix my concealers together. So I'm using Almay's Smart Shade Concealer in Straight Up Medium. I'm just going to place a little bit on the back of my hand because it comes out white and you have to mix it on your hand. Okay, so you can kind of see that. So this is something I haven't done on my YouTube channel yet. I've been saving this routine literally just for my personal self. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer Color Corrector in Lavender, and I'm going to place some of that on my hand. I mean, this is just something, like I said, I've been doing literally in my personal time. I've been playing with makeup a lot, so that looks like a lot to a lot of people, but it's what I do. Alright, so you can kind of see the difference. You can see that lavender. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the color I mixed on my finger and place that over top of the white that I laid down earlier when I did my eyeshadow, because I always bring my white concealer down just a little bit because I always know I'm going to go in with a too dark concealer. I'm just trying to use up my darker concealer, so that's what that's about. This tends to give a very natural coverage. Then what I go do is I go in with the Hard Candy Color Corrector Expert Stick in Peach just to tone down that purple a little bit. I'm going to blend that out with my finger. I do feel like the warmth of your finger helps out quite a bit more than a brush. So I do recommend using your finger. Try to use your ring finger if possible because that's going to give you the least amount of pressure on your very sensitive under eye area. Alright, then I'm going to take my e.l.f. stipple brush and my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Setting Powder. I always bake a little bit. Just because that's just like what I do. This is like, I'm trying to show you guys like what I do every day. And I mean, like, I don't need to have a reason, I guess. It's just something I started doing and haven't stopped. Even though I'm not really the biggest fan of baking, this is just like kind of what I do. I'm going to take my JCat Aqua Assurance Compact Powder Foundation in Porcelain. This is such a good powder foundation. And take my Real Techniques buffing brush. I ordered a new one this past month, so I have a backup now. I'm trying to stay away from those cream products. Oh, you should just set over them. Like, maybe I'll just tap my brush a little bit on them. Because that did tone it down quite a bit. This is such a full coverage powder foundation. It will completely cover that up. I like looking at my face when I'm at this stage and I'm like, I'm not completely flat at least. Have a little bit of definition to me. Alright, so I'm going to do my brows. I'm going to use my ColourPop E12 brush. So on a day-to-day basis, I don't use both powders in this brow powder. This is the Urban Decay Double Down Brow and Cafe Kitty. I don't use both powders. I usually just stick to the dark brown one. I'm going to take my Dominique Cosmetics The Blade Brush, and I'm just going to swirl it in there. I don't like this formula for a brow product, so I'm glad that I got to try it finally. So I've been holding on to it for a while. But I know that if another company comes out with this kind of a formula for a brow product, I more than likely won't pick it up. Just because I don't like this formula. But for an everyday thing, I don't have the time to go into both brow product, to both colors, so... This is what I'm doing. Oh, I gotta shave my brows! I gotta cut them. You know what I mean. I was thinking I have to get a new little, like, I use the Flawless Brow thing. I've had it for years. I love it. Mine, I think, is broke. Because it won't. It'll work, but not with the head on it. So I think I need to get a new one. I'm so sad about it. Because I really like that. I'm going to go into my In-Studio Cosmetics Brow Gel in medium brown. I've talked about this. I don't like this. Not really the best product in the world, in my personal opinion. This kind of gets everywhere. I have to go back in and clean up. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure something out about my brows because I see like little brow hairs everywhere. Alright, and then the final step is I go back in with my ColourPop E12 and I just brush through that brow gel. Just kind of brush them up to kind of like try to keep them in place. Because I used to have caterpillar brows and I don't want that ever again. So I try to like do my brows at least every day to get the little hairs out. Okay, now it's time to finish, well, not really finish, but you know what I mean. Finish up the eyes. Hang on. Okay, I'm having a little bit of an issue right now. The original brush I was going to use was the... Alright, I'll talk about it later. Fuck it. Anyways, I'm going to take my Dominique Cosmetics Packer brush and go into the white in here. Here. And I'm going to use that for a brow bone highlight. This I will admit to using as a brow bone highlight a lot. I like it. I've had more time with it since my declutter, so I actually got rid of a lot of the new ones that I had gotten, which is so crazy. No additional product is on that Dominique Crease Blur Brush. I'm just blending the crease into the brow bone shade. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my e.l.f. whenever I find it, stipple brush, and just away that excess powder. So much better. A little bit of powder there. I'm just going to drag the transition shade on that crease blur brush. Thought I had maybe some additional product, but I don't. On here. I'm going to take the Dominique pigment brush and take the Star Glow from Natasha Denona. And I'm going to put that as my inner corner highlight. Might be a little dark. I think that's a little too dark to be my inner corner highlight. So I'm going to wipe this off and go into the pink from the Maybelline Electric Boho palette. That same brush. Just pop that on top of it to lighten it up just a tiny, tiny bit. That worked quite a bit. Alright. Okay, next I'm going to go into my ColourPop Bff Creme De Eyeliner in Nocturnal. I want a brown in the waterline. I do like browns in my waterline. It's just sometimes hard to find a good brown. I recently purchased all of the Odin's Eye eyeliners from the Soul Main collection. Like $50, but it's so worth it because I actually need a pencil eyeliner. So I'm going to take my Jeffree Star Cosmetics Lash Curler. My lashes. I told you guys before I'm not wearing falsies because I don't wear falsies on my everyday looks unless I'm filming. So because this is meant to be my go-to makeup routine, I'm not going to put falsies on. I'm going to prime my lashes with my Jeffree Star approved lash primer. I'm going to use my Rimmel London Golden Sands bronzer on my Real Techniques sculpting brush. A little bit of the excess off. And just set all that cream kind of down and in place for sure. You can definitely see that this didn't really add much color because I already have those creams there. So I just want something a little bit on top of that powder foundation so that way they are going to last and the first thing that's going to come off is the powder. I'm going to take my Real Techniques 206 brush and go into my Lunar Beauty Moon Prism powder blush, and I'm going to take Spacey. Spacey is what I'm going to use to set a Natasha Denona cream blush. Again, I'll have the powders over top of this to not only set, but they'll be the first to come off. I apologize. I had some mommy stuff I had to go take care of. So sorry. All I did was take this Moda Pro or Royal & Langnickel Moda blush brush. You can get this from Walmart, and I just used a clean brush to kind of swirl those together. But this is going to tone all those colors down quite a bit, as you can see it did. Like I said, the blush powder is going to come off first before the cream product, so that's good because the first thing to come off is blush. Now I'm going to take my Jeffree Star Wet Dream Supreme Frost highlighter on my Beauty Professional Detail Highlighter brush. My favorite highlighters of all time is this Wet Dream shade. I like the formula of this. I know a lot of people say it's too glittery for them. I think that the Extreme Frost is too glittery. I just want to know when Jeffree comes out with the loose frost because loose highlighters are always just so much more pigmented. Okay, finally I'm going to go in with the MAC Studio Fix Bold Black Lash. Why do I feel like I shouldn't use this? I feel like this has been sitting in my collection a while. Whatever. I was gonna use my Anastasia Lash Brag Mascara, but somebody goes crazy when I start filming and have makeup on the bed and it's gone. I mean, I feel kind of like bad because like he doesn't act like that on the regular. He does not act like this on the regular. He does not act crazy. I mean, he's crazy. He's crazy. He is crazy. That I will give it to him. He's energetic. You know, sometimes you have to get the mom voice. You know, I have to tell him, like, you know, stop or no and stuff like that. And I try not to get that in my YouTube videos. So I don't want the comments of, you're a shitty mom, you're being mean to your kid. Like, no, I'm telling my kid not to do something that he shouldn't be doing. You ever notice the people that critique us mothers are people who don't have kids? Like, shut the hell up until you have a kid. You can't talk shit because you cannot tell me how to raise my kid if you have not raised a kid. I'm going to take my Hard Candy Matte-aholic lip liner in Sugar Plum and line my lips. I want to get that triangle, like, lip filler pencil from Bff because it looks intriguing. I'm going to be using my Jeffree Star Cosmetics liquid lipstick and I'm Vulgar all over. I love a neutral eye with a bold purple lip. This is the best time to wear lips like this, in my opinion. Okay, and then I'm going to take my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And I'm just going to fan this for a few minutes. And voila! You have my go-to makeup routine. Something very, very neutral and safe for you guys. If you guys want to recreate this, just change the lip if this is too much for you. But yeah, I kind of really am into it. I think I have things I actually have to do today. See, Brandon was supposed to take Kai for his birthday thing, and it's been like a week since Kai's birthday. So... But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you didn't, of course, I post a new video every single day, so chances are I will be posting something you might like. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and you stay and support this small channel, because it really does help out, and it helps me know that this isn't for nothing, because I have been getting some mean comments lately, so yeah. And I just want to say, like, the mean comments, like, I delete them because you're an asshole if you leave them, and I don't really give a shit if you have something to say about it. You're a jackass. I mean, like, why do you feel the need to put your mean or rude opinion out? Can you please let me know? Like, why do you feel the need? It's different if it's constructive criticism, but when you're saying it to be rude and to be a jackass... Maybe you should take a step back from your computer screen or your phone screen and reevaluate your life. I'm just saying. That's just my honest opinion. Reevaluate your life if you really feel the need to put your rude comment on somebody's video who works hard on their videos and is passionate about something. You should reevaluate your life. You really should. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye, you guys.